story tonight. A woman blames York County school officials for the bullying that led to her son's death.
Elise Williams holds 4 school officials at Grafton High School, including the former principal and current assistant principal, for her 16-year-old suicide.
Christian Taylor hanged himself in May 2010. A wrongful death lawsuit was filed in July 2010. It alleges Taylor was the victim of constant bullying by one specific male student. The lawsuit also says that Williams met with school officials about that bullying and told them a student told her son, quote, "You need to just go ahead and kill yourself." According to the lawsuit, the bullying continued after that meeting, and school officials did nothing to prevent it.
Well, today the lawsuit went to trial, and Williams is asking for $10 million.
10 on your side's Art Kohn is in York County. Art, what happened in court?
Yeah, well, essentially, the attorneys for Elise Williams called a number of Christian Taylor's former classmates to the stand who testified about bullying incidents that they witnessed and were even victimized by themselves, both in the school cafeteria and outside math class. Now, as well as that, they also called a woman who at least was a secretary in the guidance office who said that Christian Taylor had come in there and complained to her about this. And when he did that, she notified at least the assistant principal, if not the principal as well, who did meet with Christian Taylor. Whether anything happened beyond those meetings, though, wasn't established, at least in this first day of testimony. Now, lawyers for the school system, on the other hand, are trying to paint a picture of Christian Taylor as a young man who had emotional problems outside of school as well. In fact, they asked one of his classmates, who was also a close friend of Christian Taylor, about an incident where a former girlfriend from Texas, where he lived prior to being here, when she broke off a relationship with him, how he reacted very badly to that, how he took it very hard and was very emotional about that. They also mentioned a sleepover in which Christian woke up in the middle of the night crying to his friend who was there that he had dreamt that he was hanging from a rope. Now, basically, though, what is happening here is a case that could have implications for school systems across the country, in that if, in fact, Elise Williams proves that York County school officials did not do enough to intervene on this bullying and they're held responsible, it could put an extreme responsibility on other school systems who face similar problems. And as we all know, bullying does take place from elementary school on in schools everywhere, just as it did when you and I were in school. So it's kind of like, you could equate this to like a product recall with a car. If there's a car accident and someone gets killed and the accident was caused by a faulty piece on that car, there's a recall on the automobiles, and then there's usually a lawsuit that files for faulty equipment. Well, in a way, this is kind of the same thing. If in fact the school system is found that they could have done more to prevent this suicide, more to intervene and stop the bullying, it's going to put a good deal of responsibility on other schools to do the same, and there'll likely be similar cases when tragedies like this occur again. There's expected to be at least 3 more days of this trial, and like I said, there's still a considerable amount of testimony to begin. We're just getting underway. Attorneys and Christian Taylor's mother, attorneys for Elise Williams, said they would speak to us when the case is finished. For now, live from York County, Art Kohn, 10 on your side.
Art, thank you.